GateWorld. Okay. Creep!
Hi, I'm David Reed. Dean Devlin and Roland Emmerich's Stargate is once again on Blu-ray. I was lucky enough to get an advance copy and examine the film and special features contained therein. It is not often that you get a Blu-ray in the mail to review. You stick it in, you turn on those brand new special features that you've been waiting for, you're watching it, and then all of a sudden you say, I recognize that footage. Didn't I film that with my own video camera? Back to that in a minute. How many times has Dean Devlin and Roland Emmerich's sci-fi blockbuster been released to the market? At a glance, I've counted one VHS release and at least 4 DVD disc editions, not forgetting to mention the version put out for the Sony PSP. And now we're treated to a brand new release on Blu-ray to coincide with the 15th anniversary of the feature. But is it really worth it? I have to ask myself that question. And in my opinion, yes it is. Mostly. Now, like most Blu-ray releases that I own, these new menus do not disappoint. There's a 3-dimensional environment based on the interior of the Abydonian Pyramid, and it functions as the home screen. They clearly spent some money on presentation. For the film itself, I was worried that this would be an area where Lionsgate would cut corners, but this fear was soon laid to rest. The true test for me as GateWorld's encyclopedia writer was to see if I could identify more Air Force personnel by their name tags. In the DVD version, some of these details had been obscured by the lower quality format, and to my delight, I was able to walk right up to my television and identify many name tags I could never see previously. The quality is definitely there. Now that's for the video. In terms of the audio, I have to say I don't have a surround sound system, so I couldn't take advantage of the new 7.1 digital surround, but if the video quality is any indication, I'm sure it's fantastic. Now back to the special features, bunch of brand new ones. For the past DVD editions, they did manage to include the Is There a Stargate and Making of Stargate documentaries, which I like, so you don't have to have both versions anymore. There are 3 brand new featurettes, including Deciphering the Gate, which is concepts and casting. It talks about the genesis of the story and casting the team. And here you get 2 brand new interviews with cast members, including Eric Avari, who played Kasuf in the movie, and Milia Avatal, who played Showery. And then you have Opening the Gate, Making of the Movie, which is the chronicling of the film. Don't mix this up with the Making of Stargate, which also includes a lot of the same footage. And then you have Passing Through the Gate, The Legacy, which largely talks about the fans. And this is where my footage taken at Creation Vancouver 2009 was shown off. There's also a gag reel, which is not the typical gag reel that you'd expect. Bad takes that weren't used, people laughing up. This one was completely set up. It looks like while they were in Yuma, Arizona, they did this whole reel behind the scenes. It has a bunch of the crew going through this whole charade of explosives and cartoon sound effects and some sample stuff from the film, like Daniel Jackson's Stunt Devil being dragged down a hill by the little dog that's probably the same dog that played the Mastage that dragged the Daniel puppet along. One of the more exciting things that I didn't anticipate was this trivia challenge. I had no idea that it was going to be this much fun. You go into it, you watch the film, and throughout the film they give you these trivia questions. You can have up to 4 players, and it's not just questions about Stargate. In fact, most of the questions that I came across were very scientific questions, like how many stars are there in a galaxy, and what is the largest orbiting satellite around Earth. That really provides hours of fun, and I'm looking forward to going back through that again. Then there's a picture-in-picture function which allows you to watch the film, and while watching, it shares nuggets of behind-the-scenes information. A lot of it has been cut up from the 2 original featurettes, Is There a Stargate and Making of Stargate, but a lot of it is totally brand new and definitely worth the watch. And then, of course, you have the commentary from Dean Devlin and Roland Emmerich that was brought over from the Stargate Ultimate Edition. So yes, the special features are fantastic, they're totally worth it, and I must say, the guy who did all the fan footage at the convention really did a fantastic job, and you need to invite him back to do more. But you have to ask yourself, is it worth it to you? If you're like me, you've bought Stargate on VHS and twice on DVD. I didn't buy the PSP version, but I've got all these editions of Stargate, and most of them I've had to resell. There's really no reason to pick up this Blu-ray, unless you're a hardcore fan like I am who prefers superior fidelity. Fact of the matter is, the experience while watching the film does not change a whole heck of a lot. The things that you didn't like about the movie are still in it. The things that you liked about the movie are still in it. You do have both the theatrical and extended versions on this one disc, so in that respect it really is worth it. If you do have the money, I would definitely encourage you to pick up this Blu-ray release.
Stargate 15th Anniversary Special Edition. Available only on Blu-ray.
What a rush.